So I remember watching an interview about 15 years ago. Now the interview was much older than that. It reportedly came out in the 1990s, and it was of Minister Louis Farrakhan of the Nation of Islam, along with Mike Wallace on 60 Minutes. During that interview, Mike Wallace made a statement that Nigeria was the most corrupt country or nation in Africa and probably in the world, to which Minister Louis Farrakhan responded very passionately and lividly, rejecting that statement. And then Mike Wallace said, well, can you name any other nation that's more corrupt? And Minister Louis Farrakhan stated, yeah, I'm living in one. I am living in one. He said, America should keep their mouth shut whenever there is a corrupt regime, as much hell as America has caused on the earth. And then he went on to say, has Nigeria dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, whatever the country's names are? He said, have they killed off millions of native people? So America is not in any moral position to be a moral judge or police of other countries or the world. I say that to say this, you guys. When you think about it, you know what happened in the news over the weekend. President Trump and his administration reportedly kidnapped a sitting president, President Maduro of Venezuela, and brought him into federal court. And it's interesting that it's always the same narrative. He's a bad man. He's killing his own people. In this case, he's selling drugs. He's, sold so many drugs that's killed so many thousands or hundreds of thousands of people. They did the same thing with Saddam Hussein. They claimed he was a bad, madman. He had weapons of mass destruction, but they never found him. Then you had Libya, Muammar Gaddafi, back in 2010. They were claiming he was a dictator and he was a bad man killing off his own people. But then we found out that around that same time, he was riding through a vehicle around his country with his head out the sunroof without any security. So if he was that bad, how could he feel so free to do something like that? Something a U.S. president could never do. Then we learned that his country was debt-free, reportedly. No health care, free health care, I should say, free education. You got help with home buying, okay? If you wanted to be a farmer, they gave you seed and land, gave. So it's like, okay, what is this really about? Then we learned that he was about to get ready to trade his oil using the gold dinar. And we said, bing, because reportedly all oil is traded in dollars. So even if you are in China, if you want to get oil, you have to convert your currency to the dollar bill in order to buy the oil. No war, in my opinion, is started under the guise of, oh, we want to help people and save people and free people. It's about money. It's about land. It's about resources. And so the hypocrisy is crazy when it comes to that. I have to agree with Minister Farrakhan. When you look at the history of America that's written in blood, you have to say, okay, this, y'all can keep it, all this morality, the reason why y'all trying to justify why y'all going over doing what you're doing, y'all can keep that. But I would just say this, you need to get your own house in order before you cross the border.